This breakfast is no different than any other day. Having some hard-boiled eggs to start, and I couldn't decide on my toast, so I'm doing one of the toasts with cream cheese and one of the toasts with butter and cheddar cheese. And the star of the show is this gorgeous, beautiful, juicy, flavorful tomato that I got from the farmer's market. If you don't like tomatoes, which I don't understand how, this is the time to try them. They're the most flavorful and most delicious. We're kind of having a tomato video here. If you don't like tomatoes, I apologize. And also, if you don't like anchovies, I apologize, but at the same time I don't, because I like to put anchovies on my tomato toast, and I think people that don't like anchovies just haven't had them enough or the right way. Good morning from me and my very summery breakfast. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this video is gonna be a love letter to my favorite summer produce, which is tomatoes. There might be a tomato in almost every single recipe, so if you're not a tomato lover, I apologize, but this time of the year is sacred because it is tomato season. They're delicious, they're juicy, they're flavorful, and I cannot get enough of them. I have some hard-boiled eggs. Then I have my tomato toasts. I did put anchovies on it because I love anchovies. I have a bunch of fun recipes that I want to share with you guys. Some are simple, some are things that I've been experimenting with, some are things that are inspired from my culinary retreat that I went to in Portugal. I'm just like, I want to make this video as an ode to my love to summer foods. So, cheers. Tomato juice on my hand. Oh my god, the anchovies are delicious. People really get scared of anchovies. It tastes pretty much just salty. It's not scary. I'm gonna finish this yummy breakfast, and then I'm gonna get changed into my workout clothes, let this food digest for like 30-ish minutes while I get some work done on my phone, and then I'm gonna get a quick workout in, and then we're gonna get to work, and then we're gonna make some other yummy food. It's lunchtime, and I am gonna make probably one of my favorite ways to use tuna. I know some people love canned tuna, some people don't. I would say this recipe would actually be better if you use that expensive Tomino packed in oil in a jar tuna, but I don't even have that, and it still is delicious. I am making sort of like a tuna salad, but my rendition of a tuna salad, so don't think it's the type that you put in a sandwich. It's the type that you eat out of a bowl, and it's truly like a salad. Very important component is actually a mandolin. Don't worry, if you don't have one, you could just slice the fennel really thin. It just won't come out as thin, and it won't be as time efficient. So I don't know, ever since I got a mandolin, it's been a game changer for making super simple, easy salads, whether it's like a fennel salad or a cucumber salad or a carrot salad or a zucchini salad. Slicing onion really thinly for like a burger or a sandwich or something like that. I don't know, I really love my mandolin. If you don't have one, I highly recommend it. It's really a game changer. As I said, this is a tuna salad. Key word is salad. We are going to incorporate a lot of veggies in here, but in a way that is not annoying, in a way that's actually absolutely delicious. The key factor here is I wanted crunch and I wanted body. So that's why I am chopping up, as you will see, a lot of veggies. Mostly I'm chopping up these sugar snap peas, which do take quite a bit of time to chop up since you can only chop up about like 6 to 7 at a time. And then we also are chopping up some green onion, and as you saw, I used the mandolin to very thinly slice some shallots, which are going to be for our dressing. These hot and sweet jalapenos that I get from Trader Joe's, I know they're very niche, and if you don't have a Trader Joe's around you, they might be hard to get, so you can find something similar at a store nearby you. But something pickled, something sweet, something briny is key here. We're also chopping up more things. We're chopping up some herbs. I am obsessed with herbs. Ever since I went to the retreat in Portugal, it was a huge reminder for me to just add way more fresh herbs into everything that I cook. As for the dressing, we're doing the typical Dijon mustard, olive oil, vinegar. I put a little bit of that briny juice from the jalapenos, and I also mixed in all of the shallots, pickled jalapenos, and some chopped up capers that I had left over, because I love anything briny. When it comes to a tuna salad, I love things that are bright and zesty. And then we just mixed everything together with the veggies, with all the chopped herbs, added 2 cans of tuna in there, broke it up with my hands a little bit, and there you have the salad. I like mixing everything with my hands because I think that's the best way to actually mix everything properly. But do as you will and use tongs or spoons or whatever works for you. I don't know how, somehow I have outdone myself, because this is the best version of this I have ever made. I've made this recipe before, as I said, and I adjusted the dressing by adding capers and the pickled jalapenos with a little jalapeno pickling liquid in the dressing. And let me tell you guys, this is the best tuna salad I have ever had. Oh my god. It's like so well balanced and seasoned and yum, and it's so crunchy and green and healthy but tastes amazing. If you are hungry and you want it to make it more substantial, you could definitely toast some bread on the side and eat it as like a toast sandwich situation. 10 out of 10. So good. Okay, now for dinner, we're doing something quite quick, but still so delicious. I had some chicken legs and chicken breasts. We're throwing a bunch of seasoning on there. I am obsessed with putting white pepper on everything. Then we are adding a little bit of this algae oil, gochujang oil. I drizzled it on top to add some spice and flavor and also help the rub with the seasonings spread evenly. And in alia fashion, I can't not zest a lemon. So I also zested this whole lemon and spread it all over the chicken, sliced up some lemon slices and put those in between the pieces of meat, and then just cover them up with aluminum foil, as I think they cook a little bit better without drying up the chicken, and pop them in the oven. When the chicken has about 15 minutes left to cook, I would get started on our salad, which we're making a tomato peach burrata summer salad. It's my absolute favorite summer salad of all time. I like to spread a little bit of olive oil on the bottom of my serving dish because I just think it's a nice touch. It gets the flavor all around, and also a little bit of salt on the olive oil. And then we just are layering our slices of tomato with our slices of peaches and a little bit more olive oil, a little bit more salt, some fresh basil leaves that are not wilted. Please use beautiful basil. It will make such a difference. And then we're also adding a ball of burrata that I like to rip with my hands and make into little bite-sized pieces. And then we're also going to finish it off with a drizzle of balsamic glaze. And overall, guys, I don't know what to tell you. If there's one dish in this entire video I will urge you to make this summer before the produce is gone, it is this tomato and peach salad. Morning. morning. I am making breakfast and I prepped this yesterday. I filmed a little clip of me prepping my chia pudding because I think I have reached the perfect ratio. So here's a clip of me preparing that. I personally don't like making chia pudding with anything other than light coconut milk. If you use regular full fat coconut milk, it just gets way too thick. And then I'm gonna have like half chia pudding, half yogurt for that protein. This is to me the perfect texture. So we're half and half in the bowl. And to continue with the trend in this video, I'm going to top my bowl off with a peach. Today is not a very exciting day. We are going to be working from home. I am just editing my video and we have to record the podcast today as well. So we're not really doing anything out of the ordinary. Just gonna be at home working. And here is my bowl. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. Half chia pudding, half yogurt, peaches on top. Okay, it is lunchtime. I'm so hungry and I'm so excited to make this little quick leftover chicken veggie wrap situation, except my tortillas are not big enough to be a wrap, so it's gonna be sort of like a taco, but if you can find larger tortillas, you should make it into a wrap. I'll be using the leftover chicken from last night and a bunch of veggies that I'm gonna throw in a bowl with a Caesar dressing that I made before I actually started filming this, and I have some left over. I will include all the ingredients of everything that went into this dressing. I just am not making it on camera because I shouldn't remake it again as I have some left over. The key ingredient is this. This is AO Foods mayo. This is the dill pickle mayo. This is a sandwich sauce. Mayonnaise from my favorite gal, Molly Boz. You guys know she's one of my favorite chefs, one of my favorite content creators and businesswomen, and I love her. I have both of her cookbooks. I've made several of her recipes, and this is her brand that she makes delicious sandwich sauces, mayonnaise, and it's called AO for mayo. Not an advertisement in any way, I just love her very much. But I'm gonna make this quick lunch, get back to work, and then I have to like run some errands and then so forth. So as I said, today's not really very exciting, I'm just at home, but this lunch will be very exciting. We love a quick 20-minute lunch, even a 15-minute lunch if you can chop quickly. The dressing, I will list all the ingredients in the description for you guys to make. It's super easy and stores really well. And any vegetables you have, chop them up, throw them in a bowl with your leftover chicken, throw in the dressing, any herbs or anything that you want, throw them in there, mix it all together, because that's basically where the magic happens. If you have anything pickled, throw that in there too. I ended up putting some more of those spicy jalapenos because I'm obsessed and I can't not add them to everything. Added some beautiful ripe clementine tomatoes and some fresh avocado slices, a little salt, a little white pepper, and some fresh dill. I don't know what this is. It was a little improvised. I feel like we kind of killed this. This perfect lunch. Had a great workout. It was a little bit on the longer side. I ended up working out for like an hour and 20 minutes. I usually stick between like 30 to 45. It's my sweet spot. It's all arms, so my arms are absolutely dead, but that does not mean I'm not gonna be making dinner. I will definitely be making dinner, and it's gonna be a yummy one. I have these really beautiful little sun gold tomatoes that I got at the farmer's market. I'm going to make a beautiful sun gold tomato pasta sauce. It's gonna be super simple, basics. I have some basil, some onion, some garlic, and that's about it. That's gonna be for the sauce. And then I'm gonna use this fun pasta shape. Protein, I'm gonna make us some cod. I actually picked up some cod earlier today. On my errands, I stopped to get a few fillets because I've been wanting to make some type of like baked cod, like olives and capers and lemon. Fish in the oven takes around like 10 to 15 tops. So it's a really quick protein in the fridge, whether it's for lunch or for dinner. Pretty simple. And it's gonna come together quite quickly because the sauce is not at all complicated. You kind of just wait for these babies to get nice and jammy. I am so sorry if you're sick of tomatoes already, but they will keep on coming. Right now we are making a sun gold tomato pasta sauce, which is pretty basic, pretty simple, but that does not mean it is not delicious. We're starting off with browning some onion in a pan and then also adding some garlic in there. This is kind of the formula I use for any pasta sauce that I start with, whether it's with these beautiful fresh sun gold tomatoes or it's with canned tomatoes. It all kind of goes in the same order in the same way. And while the pasta sauce is going on the stove, I am patting dry my cod fillets, just seasoning them with some oil, salt, pepper, throwing in some of those briny elements that I love, some capers, some Kalamata olives, slices of lemon, and in the oven it goes. While the cod is in the oven and my sauce is pretty much ready to go, I drop the pasta in the water, I chop up some fresh basil for the pasta, and everything comes together simultaneously, kind of at the same time. This should not take longer than 30 minutes if you know how to do multiple things at the same time. Once the cod was done, added some freshly chopped parsley, and there's dinner. It was so good. The flavors went together very, very well, and the cod with all the briny elements, do not knock it until you try it. It was a 10 out of 10. So fresh, so good. Comes together quite quickly because you can like make the salsa as you're cooking or waiting for your pan to heat up, and as the sausages are cooking. This is so good and a great way to switch up your usual eggs and toast. Yes, I'm still in my pajamas because it's been one of those work days, you guys. I wanted to post my video today. My hair is like, what is going on? I wanted to post my video today, but by the time I finally landed on my thumbnail and finished it up, it was too late in the day. And after you put in so much work into a video, you just want it to be posted at a time when people are gonna watch it and it's a good time. And if you didn't know, my thumbnails usually take me like an absurd amount of time to make because it's a lot of trial and error, and where I always end up with my thumbnails is not where I started. Do like 7 or 8 different versions of it. I'm pretty crazy in that way. I was working on my thumbnail for like 3 hours, going on 4. I had a bunch of other work to do for the podcast because we have to record 12 episodes within the next week because we're leaving in about a week and a little bit. But anyways, I'm going to make lunch. I love this. It's like one of my secret weapons. This is the Gotham Greens Classic Pesto. I have this in my fridge at all times because it is the easiest way to throw together a meal that is tasty, yummy, and it kind of just brings everything together. So I'm gonna make a pesto pasta salad with the leftover pasta from last night's dinner. I'm gonna throw in some sugar snap peas because I want to reuse the same ingredients. I'm going to use some of this leftover pepper, and then for protein I'm going to just thaw some shrimp. This is my favorite shrimp that I get from Trader Joe's. Let's get to it. I guess my strategy for making lunch these days seems to be that I just chop up a bunch of ingredients and throw them into a bowl, and that's exactly what I was doing for lunch today too. And we're chopping up some sugar snap peas again. I love peas in salads. If you've never tried them, especially chopped up very finely, the crunch that they add, the flavor that they add is gorgeous. And this recipe really works with just about any veggies you have because you can throw in whatever sounds good to you. I added some olives, I added some Fresno chilies to make it a little bit spicy, give it some kick, and then add as much pasta as you want. I prefer a 60% veggies to 40% pasta ratio just because it is kind of a salad, so that's what I prefer. And then you just add the pesto, mix it all together, maybe add some fresh lemon juice to brighten it all up, and then just cook your protein of choice, whether it's shrimp or chicken or steak or tofu, and that's pretty much it. This is like the simplest salad you can make, especially if you have leftover pasta from dinner, or it's a no-brainer. You should make this. Here's my lunch, finishing it up with a little squeeze of lemon juice. If you think the combination of pasta salad with shrimp is weird, I get it, but it's good. So good. I just really like that it's super crunchy because of all the veggies, and when you cut them like really thin, they become kind of part of like a sauce. I hope you hear the crunch. Okay, well, I'm gonna take my lunch break and then I'm going to get into podcast mode, and we gotta record 3 episodes, so that's what's up. I've been looking forward to sharing this recipe with you guys because ever since having Romemesco in Portugal at the culinary retreat, I've been wanting to share it with you. Romemesco is one of those sauces that is kind of forgotten about and you don't realize how versatile it is, which is why I wanted to include it in this video. I start off by taking 3 bell peppers and putting them in the oven to broil and get nice and black and roasted. While those are going, I prepped some little potatoes with some salt, some pepper, some olive oil, and also throw those in the oven. Once my peppers are ready, I set them aside to cool so I can handle them, and in the same little pan I threw in some pine nuts to roast in the oven. You can use almonds, you can use cashews, you can experiment what type of nuts you want. I just had pine nuts, and you want to watch them as they can get roasty toasty in the oven quite quickly, and you do not want them to burn. Once those are out of the oven, you can get started on your steak. I had a pretty large piece, so it was going to take a while to cook anyways, which is why while the steak is on the stove, I am working on my Romemesco sauce. If you do not want to roast your own peppers, you obviously can get roasted peppers from the store. It's no problem. We're adding a bunch of flavor aromatics like garlic, paprika, some vinegar, and you just blend up this sauce. If you have a food processor, I would recommend it over a regular blender, but it still comes out really good with just a blender. For my potatoes, I added a little Parmesan cheese and some fresh herbs right on top. And once my steak was done, I let it rest for about 10 minutes and then sliced it up. And for plating, you can do whatever you want. I was just trying to be fancy with it and made a little pool of the Romemesco sauce for the steak to sit in. And you guys need to try this. I'm sorry. It's so good. Okay, I just have to actually talk to the camera real quick. You guys, if you've never had Romemesco before, I so recommend it. You don't even have to roast your own peppers. You can buy roasted peppers in a jar from the store, because I get it, not everybody has time to roast their peppers and peel them and then make the sauce, but wow. I've had Romemesco actually at the retreat in Portugal, which is what kind of inspired me to make it at home, but I also had it at one of my favorite restaurants in New York called Casa Mono, where they have a romesco at the bottom, and then they put a steak on top that is just delicious. And this is hitting, and the potatoes with the cheese and the parsley, so good. I've been nailing it this video, you guys. You need to make this. And this sauce is probably gonna be, it would be such a good like pasta sauce or, wow. I will be making like a big batch of romesco to just have in the fridge. This is delicious. Good morning. It is a very, very happy Friday. I can't believe that it's already Friday. The weeks and the days just kind of whoosh by me somehow. I just got started on making breakfast. I want to show you the finished product. So I made some scrambled eggs and toasted some bread, putting some nice and salty butter. And I feel like in this video, I really wanted to make a point to repurpose like a lot of the different things that we're making. So I'm gonna take some of the leftover romesco that I had for our steak last night. And this is also inspiration from the retreat because they did the exact same, where we had a romesco that was at the base of a bunch of different like veggie, like grilled vegetables. But at the retreat, they basically just made a giant pile of like the leftover romesco, which is exactly what I'm gonna do. And then they just took the scrambled eggs and put them like right on top. And what would be really good on this is some type of like feta cheese or something like that, but I don't have anything except for goat cheese. So I'm also gonna put this right on top. I'm gonna take some parsley. This is like the easiest way if you don't want to get like a whole cutting board dirty and all that. You just take some scissors and you just chop up. And here are my romesco eggs with a little cheese and parsley and toast. You guys, this is so good. I'm going to, after I finish breakfast, I'm gonna pack up my like laptop, my work things, and I'm gonna go meet my friend Carolina and co-work until like lunchtime at a coffee shop that I actually went to in my last video. And sit outside. I'm gonna grab a coffee over there. But this week has been like quite busy. We haven't been outside at all. We've both just been like at our computers editing, working. Yoni's like editing his videos. If you haven't yet checked out Yoni's YouTube channel, or forgot to, or didn't even know he had one, if you don't know, Yoni is my husband. He started making these POV street photography videos, and he's been making videos like on all of our travels. He usually like shoots either on film, colored film, or he shoots black and white digital. And he has started making these like street photography point of view videos where you see like what he sees, but then you also see the photos that he's capturing. And he's been working so hard on them, and he's just been like heads down. He like is really motivated to you know, put together all these videos because he just loves, like, this is what he loves about photography. He just wants to share it with more people in like this way and help other people like get into photography. So if you have the time, I would really appreciate it if you guys went to his channel. It's linked in the description, and just checked it out, subscribe, give it a like, watch all the videos. You know, I would appreciate it just as much as he would appreciate it, because his work is my work and my work is his work. So, and now I'm gonna actually finish this breakfast and get all my life together and go meet Carolina to co-work for a little bit.
Okay, wonderful.
Okay, this lunch is nothing crazy, nothing revolutionary, simple, go-to, classic. I think I make something similar to this probably in every What I Eat in a Week video because it's just that easy and good and always has leftovers. We're starting off with some ground beef in the pan that we want to get nice and crisp on the first side. And then once I turn it over, I smash it and then I add some tomato paste, which is really important. It makes such a difference, and some taco seasoning, and just kind of let it do its thing, get nice and flavorful. This time I wanted to add some black beans, so I rinsed them and added about half a can to 1 whole pound of ground beef. And the pan was getting a little charred on the bottom, and that's where so much flavor is, so I took some of that classic jalapeno brining liquid and used that to deglaze the pan and make everything slightly more saucy. While the beef was going, I was defrosting some fire roasted corn that I had in the freezer. When plating everything, I was kind of going randomly. I added some sauerkraut for those probiotics, and because I just wanted something like fresh and bright. Added some avocado, added some cheese, some sour cream, pretty much anything you want you can add on this bowl, anything that sounds good to you, but this is a go-to classic lunch that will always have some leftover for later. I've been making ground beef like this ever since I tried that viral like sweet potato ground beef, cottage cheese, hot honey, avocado bowl. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but it is actually so delicious to add some tomato paste in addition to the taco seasoning. It just brings out that flavor. It's really yummy. And I also threw in some black beans to make it slightly more substantial and a little bit more carbs and fiber. If you want to make it even more substantial, you can use some flour tortillas and basically take everything and make into a little. Also for a little bit of spice. Okay, so late night working session and recording the podcast means we're getting takeout. I had a whole other plan to make a salmon recipe that I've made before that I wanted to share with you guys, but it's just not gonna happen. So we ordered some Thai food and I'll just show you what we got instead, because that's just life, you know? I think this is rice. Steak salad. I absolutely love a Thai steak salad. 1 curry. I think I got a red curry. Some tom kha. It's like a coconut soup. It's delicious. It's so good. Then of course when you get Thai food, you gotta get some type of noodle. So we got pad siu, which is the thick rice noodles. I'm going to enjoy all of this and go to sleep.
This is asparagus feta, tomato rosemary with ricotta.
Why not?
Morning. We are at the Fort Greene Farmers Market. We've just been kind of making a rounds. We're about to get some bread. And then, of course, I'm gonna refill on the tomatoes and the peaches for the week coming up. It's so nice. It's like very hot outside, but at least it's overcast, so the sun isn't like beaming down. After we get a few things here, we're gonna go to Chia Bakery and we're gonna grab some like brunch, lunch, breakfast. You can't see my eyes, but hi. I am on my way to get a pedicure, and I've just been at home kind of like cleaning the apartment a little bit. I wanted to walk into the nail salon, but they told me to come back at 3:30. So I've just been like kind of organizing my closet, doing laundry, vacuuming, and then now I'm gonna get a little petty. Having a super chill Saturday. We had a lovely morning, going for a nice walk, going to the market, grabbing some peaches and some bread for the week. Next week is all about cleaning out the fridge. We don't have anything left over for when we leave the week after that. So yeah, just been kind of like organizing, enjoying the day, but not doing anything too crazy. I feel like the last 2 weekends were also my last 2 videos I happened to film like back-to-back weekends. I was doing a lot and I was outside a lot. So I'm kind of okay to just like have a chill weekend, just kind of get organized with life and take it easy. What's up, you guys? I am in the process of organizing, or somewhat organizing, my closet. You know how it happens, like you organize and then like a month or 2 things just to get disorganized again. It's just the nature of like getting dressed. Kind of like what I'm in the process of doing. I'm also snacking on a cardamom bun that we got from the farmer's market and drinking a house plant because it's Saturday. And honestly, I've been having a lovely Saturday, and maybe tomorrow or like sometime during the week I'm gonna cook and make that one salmon recipe that I was meaning to be like the last recipe in the video.
You good?
I'm just talking to my friends.
Okay, turn on the AC whenever you can, babe. It's really hot in here. It's like toasty.
Yeah.
What you doing? You just arranging clothes?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey guys, I was just checking on my baby. That's it.
Checking who I'm talking to. I'm going to continue dealing with this. And I know this video is called What I Eat in a Week, and it's technically not a full week. I simply want to just share numerous recipes with you guys that I think would be fun to make in the last couple weeks of summer while we have this beautiful, gorgeous produce. And if you still haven't yet gone to get yourself some tomatoes or some peaches from the farmer's market, please go do it. You will thank yourself and you will thank me. Let me know in the comments what recipe you're looking forward to making. As always, they're going to be explained with all the ingredients and all the steps and everything with photos, etc. in the Substack post that will be in the description of this video. So that's where you can find everything, and you can, as I said, subscribe to my Substack. It is free, it's accessible to everybody. I'm gonna sort of end the video here, even though there will be another recipe coming after this. But thanks so much for watching and for being here. Talk to you soon. All right, as promised, here is the last recipe. We are going to make a zucchini salad, a raw zucchini salad. We're using the mandolin again. This is propaganda to get you to buy a mandolin. No, I'm just kidding, but you should get one because it makes for some really fun little recipes. So we took a whole yellow squash, yellow zucchini, and put it through the mandolin, got them nice and thin. And this recipe, like many other ones in this video, has a lot of chopping. There's going to be 2 components, some chopping for the sauce that goes on the salmon and some chopping for the sauce that goes for the salad dressing. So you will see all the recipes, all the ingredients are going to be in the Substack. As I mentioned before, there's kind of a lot of chopping here, which if you are good with your knife skills shouldn't be an issue. And if you are not, this is the perfect recipe to practice your knife skills. But we are making a delicious zingy, limey, herby sauce for our salmon. And of course, as always, you want to pat dry your fish, whether you're using salmon or cod or halibut. I like to drizzle olive oil, salt, and pepper on both sides, as I do enjoy eating the skin. And this recipe, like any other fish recipe, the fish will cook quite quickly, so just kind of time everything as it makes sense to you. Once the fish is in the oven, we're getting started on our salad dressing, which is the classic Dijon mustard with all the fixings and all the mix-ins. And this time we're adding some freshly grated pecorino cheese, which is gonna go really, really well with the flavor of the zucchini. If you think it's weird that we're eating raw zucchini, Trust me, it is actually so delicious and yummy and fresh and flavorful. We're adding a bunch of those chopped herbs that we cut earlier. Mix it all together with our hands to get it nice and marinated with all those flavors. And then also adding some more cheese because you can never have enough cheese. Once the salmon is done, we're going to spread that nice limey, herby, garlicky sauce on top of our salmon, and then you plate your zucchini salad right on the side. This is the meal that I wanted to share with you guys. It has 2 recipes that are inspired by my friends. One is inspired by Maya from the retreat, and one is inspired by my friend Brenda from Seattle. So I hope you guys enjoyed these recipes in this video, and let me know which ones you are looking forward to making and are going to make. Remember to tag me on Instagram if you do make anything. And as always, thanks for watching, thanks for being here, and I'll see you guys next time.